Hey Verse, it's me the Angel Man. Today, if you guys read the thumbnail right, it's true. I have to make this video kind of giving you my thoughts and what's kind of going on right now with my channel when it comes down to dealing with YouTube. This is like, this is like the 8th, 9th video. No, I don't think it's that much. I think it's probably my 7th. Yeah, I think it's my 7th video. For those of you that don't know, that are new to my channel, right, Verse? I used to have 2 channels. Way back then, right? Like since 2011. Until I had to delete it because of spam, right? It really messed up my channel to the point where I couldn't grow. And I used to have 2 channels, right? Back then it was just nothing but vlogs. And then I had a second channel that was dedicated to entertainment. You know, reacting to movies, talking about movies, doing this and that. And then after some time, I deleted them both. It wasn't the easiest thing to do, especially on my old main channel, because that was the channel that I really wanted to grow up to now. But sadly, like anyone, I come to learn that when you want to improve yourself, when you want to expand yourself especially, right, you got to do what you got to do. And that's what I did. I ended up making one of the hardest choices of my life, and that was to delete my channel that I put a lot of time and effort in. A lot. If anyone's not a YouTuber, they're not going to understand that feeling. They're not. Because that's how little they take this very seriously. For people who do YouTube videos, and who put in a lot of time and effort into it, like a lot of time and effort into making their content, they're going to understand that feeling. I mean, it's got to the point where if you have to take down a video that you work hard at, it sucks, because you know you're the one that put in the time into it, unless you have an editor. And I'll be honest with you, I've had my fair share of dealing with YouTube to the point where I made a few rants back on my old channel. I don't have those videos anymore. I kind of got rid of them. Yeah, and you know, it's fine, because these are issues that when I first started off I came across and I didn't know how to deal with it. And now as I got older, clearly I know how to deal with it. I know how to deal with copyright. I know how to send a dispute. I know a lot more about copyright, right? 107 section US law. I know a lot about, you know, the help center and how to do this and that. Understanding how to go on Twitter, on YouTube's account, you know, and seeing if you can communicate with them on there. I gained a lot of knowledge on my own, you know, growing up. In my family, I was the first one to ever do a YouTube channel, like I said. And I had no help from anybody. I learned a lot of this knowledge myself. And I'm not saying that to talk high and mighty. I'm saying that because it's what I had to do. I taught myself how to edit. I taught myself how to get used to in front of the camera, which is great for what I'm doing, you know, because I'm an actor. And you know, being in front of the camera back then, I used to always smile. I couldn't look at the camera without grinning all the time. And now it's like, whatever. Now I can look at the camera and it's like no big deal anymore. That's how much time has passed by, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm saying all this because I love YouTube for the opportunities that it's given me. You know, it's thanks to YouTube and the channel that I have or had that I improved so much. Not just with improving myself as a content creator and as an actor, being able to perform or be in front of the camera or anything, but just mainly with dealing with issues, right? And I'm gonna be honest, YouTube is really great for giving people opportunities to be noticed, to gain a fandom, to even make a living, right? But there's a certain amount you have to reach. And YouTube over the years has changed a lot. And I mean a lot. Right? I remember YouTube back then when there were no commercials. I remember YouTube back then where you didn't even get paid on YouTube. It was just there. I remember YouTube back then when it was so easy to find content creators, right? Because there wasn't so many people that were about YouTube. Back then when you were on YouTube, you were like, yeah, I know what YouTube is, but what's a content creator? There was no such thing as content creator, right? Until a few years ago, like I believe 2015, 2014 probably. And you know, again, if this was me back then when I was younger, right? Like my first year of college or something, I would have been on a rant. I mean, my old rant videos where I used to go nuts, right? I got mad. Now, I'm just tired. I'm just tired of this nonsense. I'm gonna be real with you. YouTube, as grateful as I am for the opportunities that I have on here, it at times can be very frustrating. There are countless videos on this platform of people talking about YouTube every single time they update their policies. And people make constant rant videos, not to complain just for the hell of it, but because it is very frustrating. One of the biggest things that YouTube is terrible at is communication. Their communication is ass. Okay, I will not deny saying that. It is ass, alright? There are only certain people that have personal access to YouTube. Perfect example, Markiplier. You know, he's made videos before where he's talked about how he was deemed worthy to be able to have a personal number to call to YouTube headquarters and literally be like, hey, I have a copyright claim. I have a strike. My video got taken down. Can you help me take care of this? And they'll personally take care of it. Why? Because he's high and mighty up in YouTube. Not that he brags about it, but he's made it more than clear that's why, because of his subscriber count. And there's other content creators other than Markiplier himself. I'm not trying to put him on blast. It's just, I know that I'm only using him as an example. For smaller content creators like myself, right? We don't have that. We don't have that type of connections, right? I don't have hookup like that. Everything that I do on my own. Everything that I deal with on my own. When I react to a movie trailer of any kind and I have to deal with studios, I deal with that on my own. When I upload a video of any kind, whether it's a review, whether it's a vlog, whether it's music, whether it's anything, I have to deal with whoever is sending the copyright claim and dealing with the YouTube algorithm, most importantly, on my own. And I'm going to be honest, it's annoying. It's annoying as hell, but I put up with it. But one thing that I really wish YouTube can do, and it's so simple, is just to communicate. It's so simple. And I bleep that, by the way, because I have to now. I'm going to tell you guys something that frustrated me yesterday. As of the day that I'm making this video, I don't know if I'm going to release this video the same day or if it could possibly be a different day that I'm doing this. I'm still deciding probably. But as of yesterday, today's Saturday, the day that I'm doing this, I received an email last night of all the times for them to do it. I received that at 8 o'clock, right before I was going to go to work, right? And it came off completely out of nowhere, where Team YouTube sent me an email out of the blue telling me that I lost features on my channel for the dumbest reason without any example. I'm supposed to just figure it out. So to prove what I'm talking about, I'm going to read you the email and share it with you, by the way, because this is how frustrated I got. So, this is the email that I received yesterday at 7:58, I believe. Hi, the Angel Man channel. To help keep our community safe, we limit some of our more powerful features to channels who have built and maintained a positive channel history or who have provided verification. As of now, your channel doesn't have significant channel history, sufficient channel history, excuse me. It has lost access to advanced features. This may have happened because your channel did not follow our community guidelines. Now, down here it says how this impacts your channel. You won't be able to do things like get higher daily limits for live streams, shorts, or video uploads, enable live streams, pin comments, or add external links to your video descriptions. Now, here, how to restore access to your advanced features. Two very simple things, supposedly. Build positive channel history. That makes me laugh every single time. By following our community guidelines. And provide video or ID verification for quicker access. This may not be available for all channels. Thanks, the YouTube team. And when I try to figure out, well, what did I do that made me not have such a positive light? There is no example. None whatsoever. No example. It just says, please be more positive and kick rocks. That's what I got. Ah, man. Okay. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? YouTube. What am I supposed to do with that? You tell me that I messed up in one of your policies, yet you give me no specific examples. Where did I mess up at? I only did 2 videos recently. I was talking about the Logan versus Dylan Danis fight, right? And I wasn't even talking, well, yeah, I was talking smack in that one. But I was honestly giving a review of the pay-per-view, right? All I said in the video was that it was too long and that there were some fights where I was like they were completely unnecessary. Talked about my opinion about the fight, which is completely fine. Hella people talked about that, so I feel like it has nothing to do with that. And then I did a live stream talking about the fight and then just going off about other stuff, but nothing too hardcore. And yet recently I got this email saying that my channel, I messed up one of their guidelines and that I need to figure it out basically, and in order for me to get back my features that I need for me to improve my channel, I have to just be positive, and now I have to give verification. Literally, when I tested that out as of last night before going to work, turns out that yeah, they need verification. I have to give them either a phone number or even a valid ID. I have to give them a valid ID identification for me to gain access to my channel. And I don't even have 1,000. What the what? Like, what blows my mind about this is that I sadly haven't been very active on my YouTube channel. You know, I was making a lot of progress, and I stopped for a little bit, you know? I stopped because I got things to do. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I'm going to stop making videos, of course not. But I got things to do. You know what I mean? I'm not a full-time creator. I'm not even getting paid. So, of course, I'm not going to be making content crazy like that, you know, if I'm not making something out of it. I would love to do this full time. I've said this numerously, you know. Again, YouTube is a great dream job to have for anybody. You know, wake up, you don't have to go anywhere, you're your own boss. You know, you make videos left and right of whatever it is you want to do. You know, you're getting a lot of people commenting on you and saying all these cool things, and people obviously having to talk their smack, and who cares? You know, it's YouTube, and that's the point of doing this stuff. But yeah, YouTube at times, man, I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they have a tendency of always updating their policies, and they just make things so much harder for the content creators. It's because of the content creators like myself that YouTube has what it has. That YouTube is even where it's at. And yet they treat us like shit. Why? You know, the thing that pisses me off about this email is the fact that this is basically Twitch all over again. If you go on Twitch, you know Twitch has a lot of problems, right? They have a habit of banning people left and right for the dumbest reasons. And now YouTube is even getting close to that point, but without the banning. Mainly with copyright, and now at this point policies. A policy, like, it's telling, like, now I have to show proof that it's me on my channel for something that I don't even know what the issue is. They don't tell you what the issue is. It's just, hey, you screwed up somewhere. Oh, where did I screw up? I figured it out. But hey, be positive. I was like, what? What sense does that make? I don't understand that, YouTube. Explain that to me. If you're gonna contact a creator with some kind of issue, explain the issue. Go to that channel. You got a bunch of people working at Google. You got a bunch of people working at the YouTube headquarters, okay? I've seen it. You got a lot of people there, all right? You can figure it out. If you're watching my content and you're telling me that I messed up on something that I missed, or I did something that I wasn't aware of, you gotta let me know. Just because you send me an email doesn't, with no information, by the way, no examples of where I messed up at, does not help me. And then you think in order for me to fix that, you're gonna take away features that I need to grow my content. So now I have limited access to my community. I can't even post anything on my community anymore. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when you post a picture or like a Q&A or something like that, you know, to your community so they can answer and do stuff like that, or if you want to give updates, what I do sometimes when I upload a video. That's what it is, my community. I can't do that anymore unless I give a valid ID. I'm not gonna do that. You got me up. I ain't gonna do that. No way. I refuse to do that. I'm not even getting paid. I'm supposed to give you identification. To me, I think that because it's the YouTube algorithm, that's what I think. I think it could be the YouTube algorithm. It thinks I'm spam, basically. Because there is a lot of spam. One of YouTube's biggest problems, and this is on any social media if I'm being honest, is spam. Spam is a huge problem nowadays, and I don't know why we have so much of it, but it's becoming a huge problem that the algorithm is taking channels like mine and assuming it's spam to the point where now I have to prove that it's me, even though it's me in the videos, it's me on the logo, it's me on all the freaking thumbnails that I'm looking at right now. It's me. Like, what identification do I have to give you to prove that it's me? I don't get it. I don't understand. You know, I'm only making this video because this is gonna help me just take it easy. Honestly, I told myself I have two options. I could either sit here and bitch, or I could be a man, act my age, and take care of this. I did both. You know, sometimes you gotta laugh. So, you know, I did. I honestly did. I was like, you know, I was just going on a rant, and then I was like, all right, let me figure it out. Like, where did I mess up? What happened? I gotta see what specifically what. And I kind of figured out a little bit how I can fix this, which is great, but that doesn't mean I'm not pissed off about it. YouTube, you gotta fix your shit, man. This is ridiculous. You gotta upgrade your communication, my guys or girls. Y'all gotta do better. Seriously. We don't, like, content creators like myself are so sick and tired of this. I already know bigger content creators deal with more, to my knowledge, you know? If you have a YouTube channel, you're gonna know what I'm talking about if you come across issues like what I just came across right now. I've dealt with worse sometimes, you know? I've dealt with videos being completely blocked. Recently, my video with the pay-per-view fight, I released that like a few days prior, and it got blocked, right? It just automatically got blocked before it even became public. I never release a video immediately just public. I keep it private, and then once I keep it private, I look over it, I put the thumbnail into it, I put the links and everything that I have to, and then I release it. Even when it's private and no one has seen it, immediately it gets blocked. And then when I send a dispute, then YouTube takes a sweet ass time looking at it, and then when it was ready, it just uploaded it hella randomly, and now it doesn't even have that many views, my latest video, because nobody knew it came out. Because it didn't come out at the time that I wanted it to. It came out at the time that YouTube felt ready for it. I'm grateful that they unblocked my video, but it's like, you can't make an assumption like that just because, like, what the heck? I spent a lot of time on this video, by the way, with the amount of time, free time that I have, and with the work schedule that I have. I made time for that video, and then it was insulting when I uploaded it, and then it just got blocked. My mom even told me, I told her about this, and she told me, well, if it's probably your last video, you should delete your last video. And I was like, the f***? Why? I was like, why should I delete a video that I worked my ass off for, and then if they have an issue with it, then they fail to communicate the issue? That's not my fault. I'm like, you gotta tell me where I messed up at. I can't just make an assumption. I spent a week on this video. My latest video, let's talk about the latest Misfits pay-per-view video. I don't know if it's that or maybe it's a live stream. I don't post that much anymore. I post maybe like once a week. I don't even do shorts anymore. Not that I don't want to, I want to, but it's like, I got things going on. I can't, I work with the best that I'm able to, and even when I'm not posting that much now, I'm now getting restricted. That sounds so ridiculous. What the f***? One of the dumbest things about YouTube now is that you can't swear for the first 8 seconds. What is this, YouTube Kids? What? I'm telling you, their policies every year get ridiculous. What's the CEO's name? Susan or something? The lady? I don't know what the hell she's been doing when it comes onto this platform, but I'm gonna be real. She is not very good at her job. I will not have a problem saying that. She is not very good at her job. For YouTubers to have to continually make videos like what I'm doing to talk about this, whether you're extremely angry or extremely professional, it's just very frustrating. And I get it. There are some people on YouTube that do care about us content creators. I'm not saying that they're all a-holes. I'm not saying that. But it's their system that sadly that they have on there that is just god-awful. Fix your shit, YouTube. Fix it, man. This is totally unfair. Now I'm restricted to a certain amount of time that I can have a video of. I need verification now. I never ever thought I would need verification on YouTube of all places. I know I can give you my email or my social media, maybe a contact number in private. I never thought that for not even having 1,000 subscribers, I would have to now give you verification. Are you serious? I gotta give you verification even though I'm under 1,000 subscribers? If I was a higher channel, like 10,000 or something, maybe I could see that, right? Because I'm getting paid, so you need to make sure I'm not spent. You need to make sure you're getting somebody, a real person, money. I get that. I'm not even getting paid and I gotta give you verification? What sense does that make? That's how much your algorithm is because it doesn't work. I know you, YouTube. I know you're tired of people bitching left and right about this stuff. But if you don't want us to complain, then fix this. This is so tiring. I'm gonna just be real. This is very tiring. Being a YouTuber, it ain't all as crapped up as it is to be sometimes. It's really not, you know what I mean, if I'm being honest. You know, it has its moments, but man, sometimes it can be very frustrating. Sometimes, some people have it easier than others and they don't even appreciate it sometimes. That's what sucks. You know, I've been on YouTube for a very long time and I haven't been able to make the progress that I wanted. You know, it sucks. But I work with what I have, and I'm grateful for it. And yet, I'm always having to deal with BS like this, and it's like, why? Like, why do I always gotta do it the hard way? Like, what is the problem? You know what I mean? I work hard. I edit all my videos. I put the time and effort into it, even if I'm tired. You know, I ain't complaining about that. I work with what I have. I'm grateful for every single person that's here-verse that watches my videos. I'm grateful to all you guys. I'm grateful for all the progress. This is the most amount of subscribers, 373, that I've ever had on YouTube. On my old channel, I couldn't get past 209 for some reason. It stayed like that for over 3 years. And I will post videos all the time, and it just never got through. That's why I had to delete it, because progress just wasn't being made. And it got to a point where I was like, maybe I wasn't meant for YouTube. Then I said, no, that. Because then if I did that, the haters would win. I'm like, no, you. I'm like, you haters. I'm like, no way, I ain't gonna give up that easily. I ain't a quitter. Sorry, I got things I got to do. I was like, there's things that I'm trying to go for, and I ain't gonna quit like that. So I made the hard choice, and I did what I had to do. And even now, it sucks sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't gonna stop. You know, I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. And I already know there's something bigger that I'm trying to do outside of YouTube. So regardless of that, it's okay, you know, but it doesn't mean that I can't get annoyed. You know what I mean? So, Verse, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope for anyone that isn't a YouTuber, or maybe if you are a YouTuber, you can relate. If you're not a YouTuber, then maybe this will give you an idea of what it is that us content creators go through, big or even small at this point. And also, I hope that it also lets you guys know the struggles it is to give you guys the content that y'all like to watch. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be fashion or makeup for all I freaking know. I bet you they still deal with a bunch of crap. You know? Even vlogs. Back then, just dealing with vlogs, the biggest issue I used to have with vlogs was always music. And then it got to the point where I had to think outside the box, and I was like, alright, let me find music that's copyright free. And I did. Now I don't really have issues with that as much anymore. And when it comes down to reviewing a movie trailer, the only issues I keep getting are false copyright claims because of the algorithm on YouTube. So I would have to send a dispute to the movie studio itself, like Lionsgate or Disney or Netflix, or to a few days to a few hours, then they'll drop the claim. And I'm like, oh cool. So I figured it out, you know what I mean? Like, it is all about figuring out what you're gonna do. And I've helped some people along the way too, which I'm very happy to do. You know, I have no problem helping friends or family. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, this is just another issue I gotta take care of. But man, this is just getting ridiculous. Like, there's just so many unnecessary policies. Like, wait, like, what's gonna come next? What, like, are we now restricted to podcasts? Like, what are you gonna do? What, you're gonna restrict podcasts to like under an hour or something? Like, what? Like, every year it gets more and more ridiculous with these policies on YouTube, and it's just so tiring. You know, it's just so tiring. And I'm a very small creator. That's why I can't get out of my head. I don't even have like 500, and I'm already dealing with all this nonsense. It's crazy. It's like, what? You know, YouTube makes a lot of money, and then they have the ability to make so many awesome choices and help us and give us all these features. Yet at times, they don't realize this sometimes, but they end up doing the complete opposite. And then when they end up having to make those announcement videos about letting us know about these policies, they get a lot of backlash. And I think that's part of the reason why they don't like communicating, because they know that whatever they do, they look bad. And there's a reason for that. I don't know, Verse. That's just what I had to say. I had to get that out of my system. As I finish this video, I'm going to have to work on here and figure out what I gotta do to be positive. That's the stupidest. I can't even get that out of my head. That's the stupidest thing. You want your features back? Yeah. Well, be positive. What does that even mean? Be positive. So what can I talk about? Are you restricting me now on what I can talk about? I don't even know what I talked about that was so bad. A lot of what I do, other people do too. This makes no sense. Anyways, so yeah. So before I go on a rant, before I really lose it, thank you, Verse, for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Please know I will be coming back to my channel. I will be uploading content. I know the biggest thing that people have been asking are my shorts. I am a performer. I love doing what I do. I love talking about certain things. I know the recent thing that I've been doing was talking about boxing because I am a boxing fan, you know, influencer or not. I love boxing. The point is that I am a boxing fan. So if I could talk about boxing on here, I'm gonna do it. If I can have a discussion with a friend and do a podcast, I'm gonna do it. If I have something going on, if I can vlog it, I'm gonna do it. If I can come up with a creative idea for a short and upload it, I'm gonna do it. You know, like I'm telling you, Verse, I have a lot of things and a lot of creativity to put on here, and I'm not gonna stop. But I'm just letting you know that sometimes there are issues that I gotta deal with that is frustrating. And then in the day, that's just part of being out there in public and being a content creator or a performer or whatever you want to call it. And that's what I gotta do is what I gotta do. But doesn't mean I can't give my peace of mind. So thank you, Verse. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and look forward to the next video. Later, Verse.